Hey y'all, Sean in town here. As you may know, Hurricane Milton just hit South Florida or Central Florida, North Florida, all of Florida together, right? But the thing is, what a lot of people don't know is what really happened to cause such destruction in Florida. Welcome to my channel. If you tune in for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be keeping you up to date on everything that's going on. I'm going to take it to the beginning, right? So they said it was forecasted to be a Category 5 hurricane. Now I'm going to break down the reason why it categorized down to a hurricane, to a Category 3 hurricane when it hit South Florida. So, well, I should say Florida. I'm from South Florida, so I keep saying South Florida, but North Central Florida got hit the absolute most, and South Florida also got hit. So I'm just gonna say Florida. I've seen overhyped hurricanes before. This was definitely not overhyped. The winds are packing speeds of 180 miles per hour. It was a Cat 5, means category. It was a Cat 5 hurricane, and it categorized down to Category 3 when it made landfall in Florida. So here's what happened. There's the eye of the hurricane. I'm going to show you a clip here from outer space. As you can see, this hurricane was huge, and that little circle right there in the middle, that's the eye of the hurricane. So when it was heading towards Florida, it was a Cat 5. It was strong. You know, the winds are at 180 miles per hour. And that happens because the eye of the hurricane is small. As you could see in the clip, it's very small. There's no hole in it. But what happens is the reason why it down categorized is because the bigger the circle gets, the weaker the hurricane. And that's a good thing and bad thing, because if it's a strong hurricane, when the eye is small, it brought a lot of power, a lot of lightning. And I think it was the most lightning ever, or lightning strikes ever per hurricane in Florida. You know, Florida is known as Hurricane Alley. Now, here's the thing. When it's a slow-moving hurricane, it can possibly dump more water over time over a certain area. And that's not even good, because we're talking about flooding at this particular point, right? Now, one of the things that I actually liked about the preparation of this hurricane when it comes to the cities, the different city officials, they were ready. They were prepared. They understand the damage it could have done. And they were out there, just preparing people and telling people, look, you're in this area. You either need to evacuate. And another thing that I liked was the preparation when it comes to the emergency services and so forth. Let's watch this video real quick.
Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is calling for evacuation to level A through C. You are in a level A area. Sarasota County has issued an evacuation for your area. To schedule transportation to an evacuation center, call 311. We are expecting severe storm surge, which could exceed 16 feet. You must evacuate now.
And look at the preparation, the emergency vehicles that were on standby for after the hurricane.
They're sending them to hospitals.
Now, let's watch this video, because like I said, there were a lot of tornadoes that had hit, and I'm talking about real life tornadoes, and I'm going to break down something to you after we watch this video. Look at this huge tornado. And it's going to hit the power wires in a few seconds. Look at that. Look at the cars. They were just ripping past, like they were getting out of its way, because you never know, it may take a turn. Nobody knows. And these tornadoes are unpredictable. But I'm going to stop this video right now. Now, let's watch this other video, and then I'm going to get to my commentary. Check this out. This is a full neighborhood, y'all. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. That is crazy. That's straight wild. Look at that. That is just horrific. Look at that.
And this is a look at some of the damage left behind from Milton as it damaged some homes and businesses, dropped some power lines. You can see a little bit of smoke in that video. This actually does look like tornado damage versus hurricane damage. This comes from Glades County, which is actually east of Fort Myers. They did actually have 2 reports of tornadoes in that area.
Now, here's what happened. A lot of people see these damages and don't even understand that it's not just the wind, right? Sometimes you see a lot of water damage. Of course, water brings flood. Now, with this hurricane brought disaster. This hurricane, I think it went down in the history books as the hurricane that brought the most tornadoes. There were a lot of tornadoes in this hurricane, y'all. I mean, a plethora of tornadoes. Now, before Hurricane Milton actually officially touched land, there were tornadoes because of the pressure it was pushing in. Now, one thing I want to say is people on TikTok, I had to really dig through a lot of videos to get some of these clips, because people on TikTok, they're just trying to go viral. They don't care about the hurricane. They just want to know. I mean, one guy was out there. He was like, hey, man, I'm in the hurricane, man. And oh, man, the wind is blowing and it tore down my tree. And then he turned into a small little plant. You know, it's like people are just trying to go viral. Some people are just making fun of the situation, making light of it. And, you know, so you really got to dig deep in some of the videos on TikTok, especially when you see old videos that people are posting and saying it's Hurricane Milton. You know, when these are old videos from years ago and they stitched videos together, you know, kind of, you know, tuck them together and make you believe. And a lot of people who know would come on there and say, hey, this is an old video, don't believe this, whatnot. But you know, there are a lot of videos out there, you know, credible videos out there. So I kind of dig through the pack. But look, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be bringing you a lot of information, a lot more information on this channel. Thank you for tapping all the way in. Now, I did hear that there's another hurricane or tropical storm out there brewing. So hopefully it doesn't turn into a hurricane. But in the meantime, thoughts and prayers go out to everybody. God bless as usual. Peace.
Unfortunately, they had a number of fatalities in a community over in St. Lucie County because of one of the tornadoes, and these things are really tough. And we did see tornadoes, which is standard with these hurricanes, but you saw the tornadoes, and they did do some significant damage, even all the way over on the east coast of Florida. We've also been able to tour. We did a driving tour of Siesta Key. The dirty side of the storm was kind of Sarasota, Charlotte area. And then the northern side of the storm, it actually, instead of doing storm surge into Tampa Bay, it sucked it out. But the northern side of the storm had a lot of precipitation. I mean, they were just getting water dumped on them. So whereas Helene created a lot of storm surge, additional Starlinks, 20 diesel trash pumps, and additional supplies like tarps, fans, and dehumidifiers. We have 328 crews active in the field, over 350 pieces of heavy equipment, and over 620 bridges have already been inspected. As I said in my executive order for Hurricane Milton, local authorities must allow residents back to their homes once the roadways are deemed safe. In Tampa, the Sunshine Skyway, Gandy, Howard Franklin, and Courtney Campbell causeways have all been inspected, cleared, and they are open for traffic. Bridges are being opened as soon as state inspections are complete. There are a couple bridges throughout the other parts of the state where they are looking at different issues.